thing is a little hard to start sometimes. Oh, just kidding. I can promise you this, if you're gonna pressure wash an engine, you're gonna get wet. What's up everyone? Here on a beautiful day, and I think today's the perfect day to pressure wash this engine block. So I've got some pink stuff here. Found this on Amazon. Never used it before, but we're gonna give it a shot. Fire up the pressure washer and let's get this dirty thing nice and clean, shall we? Let's go. All right, so we're gonna let that sit for a little while and we'll be right back. I can promise you this, if you're gonna pressure wash an engine, you're gonna get wet. So most of that gunk came off pretty good with the pressure washer and this stuff, so there's not much scrubbing left, but I'm gonna give it another soak down with the pink stuff, get a scrub brush out, scrub it down, and spray it down one more time. Now I gotta go find one of my wife's scrub brushes from the kitchen. Shh, don't tell her. Found a brand new unused bottle scrub brush, but guess what? We don't drink out of bottles no more, so we're good to go. I mean, that pink stuff for like $5 on Amazon is not bad. All right, so now I'm gonna let the sun dry it a little bit as best as possible, but not too long before it starts flash rusting. Then I'm gonna spray it down with some WD-40 and we're done for today. I just wanted to get this out, get the grease and grime off of it real quick before I ball hone it, because that is next. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my garage. Have you ever wanted to rebuild your own engine by yourself in your own garage with as little funds as possible and as much ChatGPT and YouTube videos as possible? Because without those, I wouldn't be attempting this today. But here I am. For my first time ever, gonna attempt to rebuild a motor. I have my 302 small block. It is a roller block. Last week's video, we went ahead and determined that we're gonna rebuild this. Why? Because A, I wanna learn how to do it, and B, I wanna make dang sure that when I throw this in my Mustang with extra horsepower, that it is good to go and will last me for a long time. So today, what are we doing? Well, I already pressure washed the motor, got all the grease and grime off it as best as possible, and now I'm gonna ball hone these cylinders. Let's get these scratches out. Let's get this thing smooth, cleaned up, and ready for more power, shall we? Stay tuned and see if I mess anything up. Please feel free to let me know when I do. All right, so like I said, we've got my ball hone here on a drill. This is brand new, has not been used, so what we need to do first is get it all lubricated with ATF, right? I believe this is 240 grit, and I'm really hoping to get every single scratch out of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put ATF all over it, spin it around in a bucket, and then we're gonna start making our passes. I don't think I can film that, plus it's boring, so I'll be right back. All right, so transmission fluid, we're gonna wipe it down on the inside of the cylinder. We're gonna run the ball hone in and out. Never stop moving the ball hone in and out. And I don't know exactly how long I'm going to do this for, but again, never stop moving in and out. So let's get some ATF all wiped on the inside of this thing. Lubrication is very, very important on this. And this is going to make a mess, guys, so be ready for a mess. Got the trans fluid on the ball hone itself applied liberally throughout, and let's go in at kind of an angle. We're not going to go straight in, we're going to go in at an angle, and I think that's going to optimize our cross hatching. Also, this drill is pretty fast, actually too fast, so we're not going to go full speed on it, okay? My first time ever, let's give it a go, shall we? Had a hard time trying to find a steady speed on that. I don't know that that's as equally as important as it is constantly moving, but right now this looks really good. Let's wipe it down and see if we can instantly see a difference. Oh my gosh. That looks brand new. That's crazy. I'm going to do it again and keep going down these cylinders. We'll film a little bit of that, maybe time lapse it, and show you the drastic difference there. That's awesome. Guys, I've never done this before. If I can do this, you can do this. That's crazy. There was some staining in there that is mostly gone at this point. I can definitely see some cross hatching now. And like I said, we're just gonna keep going until she is perfect and go from there. Man, that's really cool. I may actually switch this up to my cordless drill. Let's just see if I can do a better job with it on this pass. Yeah. All right, so I found for me that squeezing the trigger off and on helped a lot with keeping a more steady speed and not going too fast. Wow. All right, let's see if I can show that. Look at how beautiful that is compared to that. Awesome. Let's keep going, shall we? Whew, what a mess. There is spackles of transmission fluid and fine metal shavings splattered everywhere. Probably should have done this outside. However, it's nighttime and I wanted to get it done because I had some free time. So, that being said, I got all 8 cylinders done and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Is it perfect? By all means, no. Is it going to work for me and my budget build? Absolutely. Now I did switch it up and I did go with the cordless drill. I was able to control the speed far better with that than with the big powerful drill. So for me, the cordless drill was where it was at. I got almost every single scratch out. I got most of the discoloration out. I've got a very good cross hatching and I've got a very clean surface. So from here, it's time to fully wash down the engine block. So that's next. I'm going to take some hot soapy water and thoroughly clean this engine block until it is spick and span. Then I'm going to air dry it with an air hose and spray the water all out and make sure it's thoroughly dry. I'm going to quickly paint the engine block and then lube it all up with some WD-40 so it doesn't flash rust. So that's going to be the tricky part, is making sure I can get it painted prior to it starting to rust. I think it's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to rust instantly. So let's get that done next. I think that will be tomorrow, which will be right now in this video. But let's take a look real quick at how this turned out. Because for 60 bucks for an Amazon ball hone, I think you're good. As long as your cylinders aren't completely destroyed, you can do this yourself at home. So let's take a look at these cylinders, all right? All right, so let's get this thing all cleaned up, shall we? I've got it sprayed down with degreaser. I've got some warm soapy water, and we're just gonna scrub until it is clean. So nothing to do but do it. The trick here is we want to get everything as clean as possible. Every nook, cranny, hole, orifice, everything. Because any little bit of metal or debris could cause failure for our engine. With all the money and time that we're spending on this, that is not what we want. So I'm just going to take my time here. I'm going to go through it as thoroughly as possible. I've got an assortment of brushes and rags and stuff like that. Some degreaser and some soapy water. Clean it off as good as possible, and then take the air compressor and dry everything out. And then we're going to get it prepped for paint. My goal today is to get this thing painted and then re-oiled back up as soon as the paint dries so that it does not flash rust on me. And like I said, we're going to get into every nook and cranny. All right, well, I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll show it to you when it's done. All right, let's see if I can show this. So when I talk about cleaning everything, this is a brand new bottle cleaner, okay? And in just a few passes, I hope you can see that, it is dirty. That's these oil valleys on the main bearings. So it's really critical to get inside all this stuff and clean the living crap out of it, because you don't want this on your main bearings. So I figured I'd just show you that real quick. Hopefully it turns out in the camera, but again, that was brand new. So, all right, back to work. And for the final wipe down, I've got these brand new white cotton cloths, and we're gonna wipe that down inside the cylinder until we see no dirt, which we're pretty close, but we're gonna get no black soot off of it. Again, pretty close, but not there yet. All right, now that I've got it all washed down and dried off as best as possible, I am gonna prep it for paint, but prior to doing that, I wanna make sure that the bearing surfaces and the cylinder surfaces get a light wipe down with some WD-40. I don't want those to flash rust at all. So I'm gonna do that real quick, get it all taped off for paint, and get to spraying. All right, so after about 3 passes with different white rags, we are at a point now where we are clean and not getting any more dirt or grime out of these cylinders. So, like I said, this is very crucial, very important. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the bearing surfaces as well. I'm gonna wipe them down until they are spotless and don't have any more issues there with dirt and grime. So we've got the cylinders done. And let's flip it over. We're going to do the same thing to the bearing surfaces. I'm not as concerned about getting them spotless, but I mean, I don't want that in my bearings. So do that, and then we'll prep it for paint. All right, so after many hours of trying to get the tape as perfect as I can, I think I am ready for paint. I'm using Duplicolor engine enamel. I did find a Ford gray. I don't want the blue. It clashes with my green Mustang. I know all the purists out there are saying it has to be Ford blue. It's my engine, screw off. So we're gonna get this laid down as best as I can. I did brake clean and wipe off the surface. It's gonna be oily. I'm just hoping for the best on this. So let's get this sprayed down, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So this first coat, I'm gonna let it dry. Obviously it's gonna take a few coats, so fast forward and we'll show you when it's done. All right, so I've got 3 coats laid down-ish, maybe a little bit more. It looks wet, however, it is dry. So that's cool, it dries shiny. So let's take this tape off and see what it looks like underneath, shall we? Take a good look at it. Looks pretty fresh and clean to me. So I'm very stoked on the way it turned out. Again, I know I didn't use Ford Blue, but guess what? This motor never came Ford Blue because it came in an Explorer, Mountaineer. Anyways, it's dry. I'm gonna put it back in the garage. It is clean. I'm gonna oil down everything as best I can while trying not to mess up the paint job, and we are done for today. The next step is rebuild. So new bearings, new piston rings, and start putting all that stuff back together. That's going to be tedious and time consuming and very important steps that are needed to be taken. So I'll show you all that in the next video, but for today I am done. Thank you so much. I am Jesse with Jesse Does It. And if you like this build series, please definitely leave a comment. Definitely hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to showing you guys the next steps. See ya.